Yep, it's pouring the rain out there today. So let's talk about something else. I've been watching a lot of flack tapping with this whole tariff thing. And just watching the attitude and the spirits of people is actually kind of disturbing. It's like people are bent on the failure of our country. You watch the protests. There had thousands of people show up in Boston. Tens of people show up in other areas. And you would think that the whole world is on fire over what's going on with Trump. But let's think about it. 75 million-ish people didn't vote for Trump in this last election. Of that, they had thousands of people showed up in protests yesterday. That is like 0.009% of the amount of people that voted against. So there's not this big movement against Trump. Matter of fact, the latest poll numbers come out and showed that Trump is actually looking really good, looking about 52%. And that's after the tariff announcement. My question, though, is this. Why are people out there just rooting for the destruction of our country? You know, you look at tariffs and somehow or another they think that tariffs is just the plan, but it's not. Tariffs are just one part of a much larger plan, and that is to restore America. Scott Bessent told Tucker the other day in an interview, who is the head of our Treasury, that the top 10% in the stock market own 88% of the assets. The other 12% are owned with the people in the top 40%. 50% and below not even that they don't own assets, that we're all in debt. We're all in the hole. It's not that we don't have assets, that we are in the hole. We're the opposite of having assets. And this is what all of this is focused on. That through tariffs, through the eliminating of eventually income tax, is all part of the plan that he's been talking about for a while. So let's give it a chance. We can't continue down the path that we're going down. But many of this country are just over their head. They're underwater. They're having a hard time to tread. Trump's trying to do something drastically different to change that, to get us out of this $36 trillion hole that we're in, and to get the American people out of the holes that they're in by bringing back manufacturing, by getting jobs back here. Is it going to be a little rough for a minute? Yeah, it's going to. But at the other end of this, it completely revamps America. And so the people that are against that are the people who are at the top elite spectrum. The people who are against that are the leftists of the media. The people that are against that are the ones who love the bureaucracy that has been destroying our lives. Trump said he's coming in and he's busting all this up. Elon Musk's been out there with his chainsaw, cutting all this up. So for the sake of America, and even if you're too selfish to even care about what happens in America, for your own particular sake, give this a chance. Don't